start power manifestation. Let's sit straight. Visualize Bhagwan in our third eye. Remembering Bhagwan in our third eye again and again makes us more and more aware. Let's sit straight, visualize Bhagwan in third eye and start with the Satguru Vandanam. Nithyananda Paramashivam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tatmamasyavilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadguruntam Namami. Nithyanandam, such a beautiful darshan, Dvajavarohanam of Nithyananda Purnima, and such an initiation and blessing from Bhagavan to live the Ishta Devata inspired decision. Every time we are in the space of Ishta Devata, life simply happens, and more aligning to that gives us a space of manifesting anything we want, Bhagavan says. With that space, let's start the power manifestation session. Today we'll be having the levitation. So please read the important cautions so that there is no hurt for us. Let's start understanding what is power manifestation. Power manifestation is nothing but a cognitive shift that can infuse powerfulness into any action or state that we are in. It raises the frequency of our body and mind to the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita state. Bhagavan beautifully said, from birth, when we are getting up in the morning, every day, whatever is programmed from birth is what we manifest, and that is OCD, obsessive compulsive syndrome. Raising ourselves to the Ishta Devata, getting blessing from Guru, and starting to live that Guru space, Bhagavan space as our Ishta Devata, and living that as a reality is the ultimate oneness, manifesting the higher superconsciousness, experiencing the Turiyatita state. Manifestation is the way we start living our life. Not random thoughts just jumping out of us, but living and manifesting every little thing and manifesting the greatest reality for us is Turiyatita state. Paramashiva himself is manifesting us. Paramashiva is real. He is a living being. Bhagavan many times again and again reiterated the Satyojata, Vamadeva, Agora, Tatpurusha, Ishana. All the 5 phases doing the Panchakritya of manifestation, sustenance, regeneration, delusion, putting us delusion and pulling us out of delusion, and Anugraha, finally liberating us from this Maya matrix. Constantly all this is happening in the existential reality. When we align to the highest reality, we start merge into the 25 faces and 50 hands of Paramashiva and start existing as Paramashiva. Paramashiva who has come down as our Guru. His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened civilization, the great cosmic borderless Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, is an avatar from Hinduism and a supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. He has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, temple-based university user-friendly for the modern world. His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, survived the worst persecution in the multi-level of anti-Hindu element. Kailasa, led by His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, and his Hindu diaspora are working for global peace 24/7, 365 days. His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam is a founder of Nithyananda Hindu University, which has extended campus in 150 countries. His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita and Swargapura Adinam and present Maharaj of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam. Bhagwan has come down and blessing the planet Earth and reviving all the Adinam and the Pitams for the higher reality to become the way of life. Bhagwan has beautifully designed the power manifestation science of power manifestation, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. The Pramanas, the Shastra Pramanas are the Veda Agamas, the source scriptures, the eternal unchangeable truth which is revealed in the Hindu source scriptures. The Apta Pramanas are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhas. They are the authorities of Hinduism who are the scientists who time-tested and verified the science. Atma Pramana are the avatars who land on planet Earth, reviving the greatest culture, sacrificing everything for raising the humanity and raising them to the superconscious space. Apta Pramana, His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium avatar, personal experience or Leela of each power manifestation, how in a human body can manifest the ultimate consciousness. Shakshi Pramana, Bhagavan beautifully said the Diksha into the Ishta Devata that he has given to millions of disciples, that Paramashiva is real. I am real in you and manifest as reality in millions of disciple devotees, followers initiated by him, Bhagavan himself, into the science of power manifestation. Now we'll start with the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana are from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Today we are going to see the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra Sutra.
Hours of levitation is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Asane Sayane Sitva Nidadhanam Vibhavayan Swaseham Manasiti.
The 48-day living enlightenment process at Birati Ashram literally got off.
Asane Sayane Sitva Nidadhanam Vibhavayan Swadeham Manasiti Sanataksina Sayo Bhave.
So beautifully, Bhagavan has given us the ultimate science of power manifestation, given us each of these great truths for us to experience the ultimate consciousness. Here in this sutra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57, being situated on the comfortable seat or on the bed, firmly cognize that your body is without any support or base from anywhere. It is resting on nothing. By holding this cognition, when the mind becomes worn away and thoughtlessness arises, then in an instant one becomes weightless and experiences the space beyond the mind. Bhagavan has beautifully said in one of the satsang how he lives as his guru. He played the leela of what his guru would do. His guru would have no dream. He would say, I will have no dream. We'll be thinking, is it possible not to have a dream? Yes, the way we are training our subconscious, the mind again and again with what we are experiencing, that becomes reality. Especially such an intense initiation that we have received from Bhagavan, that I am Paramashiva. When you sit and say, does Bhagavan have any dream? No, he doesn't have any dream. And then Bhagavan said so beautifully, even in his dream, when the dream was happening, he is saying, no, my guru does not have a dream. I cannot have a dream. Please switch off. Simply, it got no dream after that. Same way, when we start living the Ishta Devata, whether we are making a coffee or whether we are dreaming or whether we are sleeping or eating anything, does Bhagavan sleep? No, he doesn't sleep. I am going to decide not to sleep. Not out of frustration or effort, nothing. Just by declaration, because we are Paramashiva and Bhagavan has initiated us to Paramashiva. Bhagavan has come down to make us understand the IID, the Ishta Devata decision, inspired decision, constantly living that again and again. Will Swamiji, what he would think, what he would do, what he would experience. Again and again when we live what Bhagavan says, his presence as our reality, again and again and again. After a few months, really that becomes reality for us. Any power manifestation, that's how it starts. Why the children are, Balasans are manifesting so much of power is they just make the IID as their reality. Because they do not have a self-doubt, they do not doubt their guru, or they do not doubt anything else. They know that this is reality and Bhagavan is saying, and that has to be my reality. Simply having the simple obedience and simple integrity that Bhagavan says, you will manifest huge powers. Even though the kid starts reading something wrong with their third eye, but after a week they are so professional because 1 week they believe that they can read through the third eye. They know that Bhagavan has initiated, Bhagavan has said these words, so it has to become reality. That's all. There is no question of doubt, iota of doubt. That is what here Bhagavan says so beautifully. Just rest in nothing and completely being in the oneness with Paramashiva. Again and again going back, I am super consciousness because Bhagavan has told I am Paramashiva. I am going to hold the witness and awareness of that. I am not going to go drive away by the mind and constantly getting deluded into OCD, the obsessive compulsive syndrome, which is happening to us every minute. And constantly we are living only by that and thinking the outer world is going to support us. And we know very well the outer world is not there. One day our own relatives, family members are gone. One day the money is lost, job is lost. Our own people are not there. So nothing is going to support us, which we are trying to get the support. Here he says, remove all the support. That nothing but Paramashiva is the only support for us and the ultimate support for us. When we hold that as our ultimate cognition, simply a new dimension in us starts happening and arising as beautiful space of oneness. Bhagavan says here, then in an instant, it doesn't say for years or months you have to do that. In an instant, the power of your intensity in the oneness space becomes weightlessness and experience the space beyond the mind. You are Paramashiva. Again and again, experiencing the oneness, you become weightless and the experience of that becomes your reality. Shastra Pramana, we'll go to the Apta Pramana. Hanuman, so beautiful. Rama in his avatar did not do anything, any of the miracles or any superconscious display, but he initiated Hanuman and showed how initiation can happen from avatar, can make them manifest ultimate power. Hanuman did not have an iota of doubt. He only surrendered everything as Rama. His whole blood, being, breathing, everything is about Rama. He was in such a oneness space that even now we can still connect to Hanuman and experience that beautiful space. The Bhagavan has beautifully said how the Ishta Devata that manifest as reality. When Hanuman connects to Rama, he can simply fly, not just he is manifesting small powers, but he flies across the ocean and experience the ultimate with Rama space. Here, Bhagavan himself, when he was a small kid, his guru made him sit in the mandapam in Thiruvannamalai temple and told him that he is to go do the kriya, and while doing the kriya, holding his nose, he will start levitating. He just trusted him completely. But then Bhagwan suddenly had to go to the restroom. He was sitting in the Kritika Mandapam next to the Subramania's deity. There he was sitting and starting to do this, and he did for hours and hours and hours. And he pretends that nothing happens. He plays the Leela. And to show us the will persistence. And he continues, Bhagwan continues to have the will persistent because his guru said, I'm going to levitate. Continues his will persistence, but nothing happens except he wants to go to restroom. So he takes his hand and tries to hold and say, I want to go to restroom to Raghupati Yogi. Raghupati Yogi does not even turn his face and simply continues to show him in just action that he has to continue. Bhagwan doesn't know what to do, but he finally surrendered to Subramania and said, Subramania, save me from this situation. My guru has told me that I have to levitate. Please make that as a reality. That is the only way he can realize when we are angry, hungry, or lusty. Bhagwan beautifully said, we are, or sleepy, we are so intense. That is why the intensity raises when we had to go for a restroom or we are very sleepy or hungry. At that moment, giving up that obsessive compulsive syndrome and raising ourselves to Ishtadevata, Bhagwan immediately connected to Subramania and simply he levitated. The person who was making the garland and Raghupati Yogi were the witness to see Bhagwan, the beautiful space that he was in, just oneness with Subramania, and started to float. Same, we have many devotees that are initiated, who are initiated by Bhagwan, who have materialized, levitated, just experiencing the highest reality. Here, she says so beautifully, I may manifest intense levitation, my body temperature even raised and Kundalini was shaking. And here we have one more devotee who's saying, levitation is a pure oneness with Swamiji. Completely surrendering the identity and becoming one, forgetting who you are, where you are, what you are, but just experiencing the oneness with Bhagwan, you will also start experiencing the higher. I visualize my body as light as a feather, completely disappearing. Such beautiful space the devotee experienced, and we all are now going to experience the power of levitation. How Bhagwan said yesterday in Kailasa Courtyard, the quantum energy entanglement that he did with all of us being in the space of enlightenment, simply our body becomes light and we will start levitating. Now again we will experience that. If you have done it yesterday also, now again we are going to experience that ultimate oneness with Bhagwan. The currency is only oneness for IID. How the currency for OCD is money. The Maha matrix, you need money as a Mahamaya to do anything, which we keep on thinking it is real, which is not real. In the deep sleep, we don't know the identity or the money or the family or the job. Nothing is real. Only which is real, which exists in the deep sleep, which exists in the dream, which exists now, is the space of Nithya, the oneness. Completely surrender to that oneness, which is the ultimate you, who is existing completely as Bhagavan, Paramashiva himself, the presence of Bhagavan, reflection of Bhagavan in you as reality. Now declare intensely, you are Paramashiva and you are in the space of oneness with Bhagavan. Nithyananda Paramashivam, your guru, who is the embodiment of Paramashiva himself. When the planet Earth pulls, it's called gravitational pull. When the oneness pulls, it is Kailasa pull, and you will start levitating. You will start experiencing the heat, the body shaking, and completely more and more surrendering to Bhagwan's lotus feet. You will start raising to the higher reality. Again and again, tell yourself very well, this world which is presenting again and again, where job, family, all that is not real as we perceive it, unclutch from that, understand it is also a bigger dream than what you saw in your night dream, and unclutch completely and restore your original space of Paramashiva space in you. Ultimate Paramashanta Surupa, completely unclutched, completely in oneness with Bhagwan. Now let's start the power manifestation. Let's sit straight. If you can, record it, and if you want to put it as a testimonial, wonderful. But if you don't want to put it as a testimonial, that's also fine. We want to make sure you have comfortable seat. There is no sharp edges, or when you fall, there is nothing next to you which will hurt you. Make sure you have enough beddings and you're on the ground so that you don't fall off anything. Very clearly, sit straight with your head, neck and back straight. Your Kundalini energy has to raise to the Sahasrara. If you have any health condition or you are pregnant, please just sit and be in the space of oneness with Bhagwan. Do not try anything, just be there. And remember Bhagwan in your third eye. Again and again, bringing the awareness of Bhagwan in our third eye is the reality. That is the only ultimate reality that we can experience immediately. Absolute unclutching from this world. No thoughts, no words, no action. Just be in the presence of Bhagavan. Just Bhagavan and you. And completely experiencing the oneness with Bhagavan. Intensely chant the Mahavakya, which raises your intensity and integrity with Bhagavan, so that Bhagavan can simply flow through you as reality, raising you, pulling you to Kailasa and experiencing the levitation. So let's sit straight for another 10 minutes, intensely chant the Mahavakya, contemplate on the great truth that Bhagavan has just given in the satsang, and declare complete integrity with Bhagavan. That is, your space is Paramashiva space. No OCD, no thought, no word, no action, nothing but just being in the oneness space, awareness space, and start chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivam deeply and intensely for next 11 minutes. We'll play the Mahavakya now. Continue to chant the Mahavakya.
bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasannidhanam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
You have experienced that's most beautiful again and again Bring that oneness as your currency. The Ishta Devata, I'm not manifesting. I don't know to manifest. It's not for me, manifestation and all. I don't want. I just listen to Bhagwan. It's so nice. That's all. I don't know how manifestation is going to help me. All that is OCD. Whatever we have as our thoughts, Bhagavan beautifully says, the illusion, the thoughts which are happening are the illusion inside, which is projected outside as delusion. Again and again, we have the illusion which comes up. When we are very clear that whatever the illusion comes up, because Bhagavan has told us, he is Paramashiva, he has come down and he's going to manifest in me, and he has told, I am Paramashiva. Whatever I ask has to happen because he has told that I am Paramashiva. Again and again living that, how many times we are, especially when we are angry, Bhagavan beautifully says, we go on repeating, how can they say that? How do they do that? How it is not so correct? And how can they talk like this? How can do they like this? How can they cheat like this? Whatever. How many times we would repeat till it gets settled? That many times with that intensity, we have to repeat, I am Paramashiva and Bhagavan has initiated me into quantum entanglement. I am going to manifest the power of levitation, and I am manifesting with the will persistence. The will is your identity, the living identity in you. Having that as clear when Bhagavan says as reality, that as your will be the ultimate will that you can experience. Bhagavan's will is our will. Bhagavan beautifully says that. Shiva Sankalpam, Mama Sankalpam. With that will persistence, let's start another cycle, experiencing the levitation. Even the body moves, and even the feeling the heat, even if you feel very heavy, if you're feeling very light or very heavy, some people just feel like how Hanuman just did not allow Bhishma to move his tail also, became so heavy. Like that, you can become very heavy. That is also levitation, Bhagavan says. So, making your body completely heavy or completely light, just in oneness with Bhagavan. Let's have another 10 minutes of completely in listening to Bhagavan, remembering Bhagavan in the third eye. Let's sit straight, experiencing the ultimate oneness, the ultimate unclutched space. And let's chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Intensely and deeply chant the Mahavakya and experiencing the oneness with Bhagavan. Again and again, bring the IID in every word, every thought, and every action. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes.
That's beautiful. All the experience that we have now, let's post it in the Kailasa Courtyard Manifesting Power group. This is for the social media and the YouTube, NTV and Facebook viewers. If you're part of Paramashivam program, go ahead with your next cycle or next session. Thank you very much for participating. Here, this is for the social media. Please go ahead and post your powerful cognition and power manifestation in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Again and again, when you share the experience, that becomes your cognition. That's why Bhagavan says it's enriching when you share with your words in your action. And when you cause others' reality as existential reality, not others' reality in getting them something else, but bringing them to satsang and making them start manifesting powers, you start experiencing the liberation happening in you. Whenever we share and when we cause, we are pulling ourselves out of delusion and we are liberating. That's why Bhagavan beautifully says, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. Simply everybody becomes and want to become that as you because of the space of oneness that they see in you. Such a beautiful experience that Bhagavan has given us. So let's surrender all this power manifestation and powerful cognition to Bhagavan's lotus feet with a deep gratitude and deep seeking and asking Bhagavan to make these as our existential reality, living as Ishtadevata inspired decision only. Bhagavan's words, Bhagavan's presence and Bhagavan's thoughts as our only thoughts, words and actions. Request Bhagavan to make that as our reality. With that, let's surrender all these powerful cognition, power manifestation to Bhagavan. Remember Bhagavan in our third eye and complete the session by ending with Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. Make sure you share and be available for Kailasa Courtyard manifesting power sessions and Bhagavan himself initiating us into greater power manifestation. So don't miss, call your friends and family, share all these details. Thank you, Nithyananda.